Now, to deliver this special address, please join me in welcoming on stage Professor T.G. Sitharam, Chairman, AICTE. Please welcome him with a round of applause.
Namaskar. Very good morning to all of you. It's really a privilege to be here today at this important summit. That is the future of Bharat's GovCloud, AI infrastructure, and more. Definitely, it is more. This summit is not just timely, ladies and gentlemen, but it is deeply significant for the future of our nation, because we have a large number of very talented young people, and we might say we are still picking up, but I'll tell you, AI has come here much earlier. Many of our degrees we have awarded, more than 6-7 lakh graduates with BTech in data science and AI have graduated. So as India accelerates the journey towards becoming a Viksit Bharat by 2047, digital infrastructure has become a critical, similar to what we talk about the physical infrastructure. Because all of us know that in creating DPIs, India has done tremendously well. The world is mesmerized. Okay? So, whether it is like physical infrastructure like road, railways and power grids, see, we were actually, being a civil engineer, I will tell you, I keep telling, we could not build everything on the internet. That was the words I used to say about 10 years back. But today, I have changed it. I said, we can build on the internet. Okay, that's the time. You know, we don't need to move also now. Wherever you are there, you can sit and do things. So this summit is about that. That's what I would like to highlight. This summit is therefore vital and equally relevant to understand how the GovCloud solutions are to be taken to the people where they are. See, that's very important point which I would like to make here. So which can empower not just the entrepreneurs, ministries, PSUs and institutions, and to modernize their services, because each one of them, I went to many small colleges, they also started buying the NVIDIA servers. I don't know what they will do, it's such a energy intensive, and the data is not there. Small colleges, I'm telling you, I told Mr. Krishnan, Secretary, Mighty, that with my institution there are about 18,000 GPUs which we can give you. 18,000. Okay? So many of them don't know. Sir, he didn't know. So I even give the list of the colleges where they have. So it is about creating the trusted, resilient foundation where government services are not only efficient but also inclusive, transparent and accessible to every citizen. So that's where I think we need to look at together, what we can do. So I was just talking to the IOTA CEO, told him there is a lot we can do, because we are looking for companies which are based in India and owned by Indians, because the data is also very, security of the data is a very critical thing today. So GovCloud is not just a technological initiative, according to me. It is a nation building endeavor. I think I congratulate the ministry as well as all the players who are part of that. So it is the bedrock that will support next generation. So we need to do more though. I think what we are thinking we have done enough is not enough actually. See, if you look at what we are looking at the other developed countries, so that scale at which they are doing and scale at which we are thinking is mind-boggling. So by bringing together government, industry, academia and the startups, this platform basically symbolizes how India can harness the technology for sovereignty, self-reliance and sustainable progress. The decisions we make now today, ladies and gentlemen, in the areas of cloud, AI, infrastructure, will determine how our nation secures its future in the digital era. Because this is going to be very critical, very important topic. So we all agree that India has always believed that technology is not just about efficiency, it is about empowerment. So we have demonstrated that through digital public infrastructure. Today, if you look at our success of UPI, and even, see, 8th September, we celebrated the International Literacy Day. So many of you may not know this number. Today, we are only 80% literate. You might say 80% is very good for a nation of 75 years. But what is the number mind-boggling for me is another 25 crores cannot read, write today in India. More than 25 crores read, write and even sign. So this is the stage we are in. So but what we have done through UPI, we have changed at least, now they know the numbers, even though they may not know how to read, write and sign also, but they will put a QR code and collect their money into their bank account. So that kind of a numerical literacy we have created among the masses. So the numbering system, they did not go to any school, but they learned through their smartphones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, because that's the beauty of our nation. But friends, this data is very, very critical. Sovereignty over data is a critical aspect, and it is as critical as what we think about our land and resources. Okay? And the data is the power and the new energy. By building India's own GovCloud, secured within our borders, powered by our tier 4 infrastructure, and also world-class GPUs. That means mostly everybody is using NVIDIA today. That company today, ladies and gentlemen, look at it. See, their GDP is bigger than India's GDP. That means 35,000 people have created a marvelous thing which 140 crore people have not done it. But we can take a pride of something. We have grown from number 11 to number 4 within few years. But what the 35,000 people have done, that's the mind-boggling thing, ladies and gentlemen. We have to think about this very seriously. Because, so now companies are becoming richer than the countries. That means they're not only putting India behind. Please understand what I am not trying to say that. They have even put other countries, Japan, Germany also behind. That's the power of the data and computing power. So AI and vision for Viksit Bharat. Friends, all of you know that we are going to have AI Impact Summit in February. And one important thing there is on the top line is the human capital. That's where our strength is there. So for this human capital, we need to provide the source of energy. That is your computing power. Because there are a lot of talented people, a lot of entrepreneurs are there to do many things. So we need to now solve the problems using AI. So artificial intelligence is the defining force of our century, ladies and gentlemen. See, it's mind-boggling how it is going to change the way we think, we work, and also we live. So this engine that will drive Bharat's future across governance, education, healthcare, agriculture, mobility, industry, and whatnot. Everywhere, we are already seeing the applications of AI, and it might take away many jobs, but it will definitely create new jobs. So we need to real promise for the GovCloud lies in how we can enable AI for public good, how we can support our languages. We have hundreds and hundreds of languages. So how we can support Indic languages, AI models for inclusivity, and how we can democratize the technology access through rural and urban India, and create a resilient foundation for digital public infrastructure. That's the major aspect. Friends, I would like to just quote what Satya Nadella said. Because recently, last year, he was in India. He made a very remark, saying that he called it the formula of our times. Tokens per watt per dollar. So he said the sweet spot here, energy, compute power, and intelligence converge. So this is where I see we are not talking about that. We have to talk about, when we talk about data, we should talk about energy. So let me give you, it is deceptively simple phrase actually. This is why I am saying it. It tells us that the future of nations and economies will not be decided merely who has the most data. It will be our most powerful algorithms or the talent, but the most investment dollars, money is also not counted, but it will be decided at the intersection where the efficiency of turning energy into compute. That's where, see, our energy, what we are producing today, I don't think we can run huge data centers. You have heard that many times. So many of us might say, no, we have done exceedingly well in data. We have tried. I just talking to Toyota also. I will apologize to you, sir. But I will tell you what we are doing is completely at the rock bottom. 80% of the computing is with America. Another 18 to 20% is with China. We are nowhere. So how do we going to grow and build our large language models? We are still talking. See, we haven't even experimented. We might say that is there, this is there. I can also give you 10 names in large language model, but it is clearly visible we don't have the computing capability. That means we are not running on our systems. So that's where the challenge for all of us to think about. The whole point of me coming here to emphasize that point. Otherwise, I had a selection committee has to develop a data appetite. So there is an analogy, where India is like a cow. You can imagine, because we all love, our cow and treat cow as our sacred god. So please remember that every day we graze on oceans of free data, our clicks, our photos, our voices, our payments. Okay? But here is the difference. India's ambition is not to be a grazing cow, passively chewing and cut up the data provided by others. Our ambition should be to turn grass into our own cheese. That is where, the important thing has to be done. And friends, to convert raw data into value-added intelligence, into products, into services, into global platforms that the world consumes, that means we should have our own computing power. So we need to really invest in that. And along with that, we need to also generate energy. Even though we talk about, we have quite a lot of, I do have the data, but I don't want to tell you all that data. See, totally India is, as of 2025, our total installed power capacity stands at about 472 gigawatts. Okay, China in the year 2025 itself has put 290 gigawatts already, only in 1 year. So you can think about it, by the end of this year, they will put 500 gigawatts. That means 1 year of 500 gigawatts of Chinese, we have done total. But please remember, we are still a poor country. We have to first power the energy to put the light and for cooking and for everything. So that's what government is doing it. But I think this is the group where we need to emphasize on looking at how our computing power has to be increased. Along with that, because see, I'll tell you, even if you say that I have done this, I have done that, just looking at the energy generation itself will tell you you are not done anything. Because the total energy generation is clearly there in front of us. So when you are not consuming energy cannot be stored. So it has to be used immediately, either through the grid or something. You can only transport that, but you cannot really create and keep it like a sink somewhere. So my only message today is, I think it's a fantastic time. At least we started thinking about infrastructure, about the AI, because there are a lot of talent. I'll just tell you one story and then I will close my thing. See, how many people are really knowledgeable about AI in India is phenomenal. See, when I was a director at IIT Guwahati, a philanthropist came to me saying that, sir, I want to start a school of data science and artificial intelligence. I will support you the entire infrastructure. I can tell you the name also, all of you know, because some of you are IIT graduates. Rahul Mehta who was the one who started at IIT Madras, he is through his Mehta Family Foundation. So I accepted the challenge. We created a BTech program in data science and AI as early as 2021 at IIT Guwahati, and it is running very well. But as soon as I came back to Chairman AICTE after my director stint at IIT, that was December 2022. I asked my officers how many colleges are offering program in data science and AI. To my surprise, more than 1,000 colleges were offering already from 2017 itself a BTech program in data science and AI. That means if you start counting simply, more than 6.5 lakhs graduates were there even before even IIT started thinking about creating their own departments of data science and artificial intelligence. That means a lot of talent is there, ladies and gentlemen. These are the talent who migrated to America and also become the advisor to the Trump. Ramesh Nath is from our second grade college of SRM. Okay, he did his BTech here. So you might ask a question to any one of the IIT professors also. See, one problem is with us is all is done is IITs. IITs are definitely our brand ambassadors, because I was a director of it and my 35 years is at Indian Institute of Science. But if you ask my faculty at IIT, where did you graduate? He will start, I did my MTech from IIT Madras, PhD from Carnegie Mellon, postdoc from Harvard. I said, I asked you a question, where did you graduate? He will never tell you where did you graduate, because you would have graduated from one of the second and third grade engineering colleges. You can ask this question to anybody. 95% of my faculty at IITs are from engineering colleges supported by AICTE. So that clearly shows that we have the talent, we have created the manpower or the engineering graduate for the world. They are all successful, they are very good, excellent. Okay, but we have to accept the fact that they also come from small towns, small villages and small engineering colleges. They can come from anywhere. So the talent is surplus. What we need today is to handle the data, we need computing, we need the infrastructure. That's the job what we are all sitting here to discuss. So I wish you all the very best to think about this carefully and come with a plan. Don't say that we have enough. There is nothing enough actually. What we have created is very less, because there are a lot of hungry, talented people around. They can do miracles if you give them the computing power. Thank you very much. Namaskar. Jai Hind. All the best.
I request Mr. Sunil Gupta to kindly felicitate Professor T.G. Sitharam with a token of gratitude. Thanks a lot, sir.